Hey guys, it's Ariel from Infinite Morale again. I'm back. Hello. I just did a video like 5 minutes ago. It's fine. What's up? This is a new video. So today I am going to show you how I connect with and cleanse new tarot decks. Now they don't have to be new. You can use methods like this for your existing tarot decks, but today I'm using two decks that I have never used and I just opened. So I'm excited. Now, these are not methods that you have to use. Maybe you do it a different way. Maybe you want to share that in the comments and kind of start a conversation about it. That's all fine. But this is the way that I would do it, and it's just suggestions. You guys can take the information and make it your own. That's the best thing about being spiritual and just following your heart, is that you can take what you need and leave what you don't. So absolutely apply that method here. Okay, so obviously what I'm going to do first is open the window, right? Because we're going to light the sage up and be cleansing the space and opening the space and cleansing the decks and all of their contents. And so what we'll need is an escape route for any negative energy that is here or in me or in the decks or whatever. Any energy that does not serve the highest purpose here will flow out through the sage smoke, is the theory. I believe it. You don't have to, but that's what's going on. So, I'm opening the window a little bit. Always open the window before you light up your sage. Okay. Woo. Let's light it. I am such an earth and water energy that lighting sage has been an uphill battle for me. I mean, I can get it done. I can connect with it. I can do it. It's just like, I don't feel like it wants to, per se. Like, fire doesn't respond well to me. Like, electricity doesn't respond well to me. Electronics don't really respond well to me. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I'm too grounded. I'm gonna kill that candle trying to get it lit. So I've had to learn my own little method of where you have to have the flame crawling up the side. Right? I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that's how I can explain it. I've learned to have it, hold it and have it affect the sage this way so that it can light it up decent. Let's see. You guys would not believe the spark that happened at the reading last night with my best friend. I lit this up and it was really good and going. I was blowing on it and it pops. Okay, sage does this to me normally. It's the weirdest thing. It pops and then it was like a freaking firework. It like blew over at her and like popped at her and then like blew over on the floor and popped on the floor. It was the craziest thing. We were like, never seen that before. So that was interesting. Like I told you, sage doesn't like to light up for me, but it'll get the job done. So I'm gonna cleanse the space before I open it with the selenite. Again, just using my own methods here. Yeah, it wants to pop at me again. So I like face it away, right? So it doesn't pop in my face. Because I've literally had it hurt my face before. It's the weirdest thing. So I'm going to cleanse the decks like this, where I'm moving the sage and kind of popping it up in the air and having the, you know, manipulating the smoke in that way. And do the outside of the deck first. So, of course, we're going to cleanse the biggest part, the chunkiest part, I guess. I also need to cleanse myself. When you are cleansing other items or space. You need to cleanse yourself because you could be the negative energy in the room, right? You could be harboring energies that will not serve the highest purpose of whatever intent you sit down and intend to do. Half the video is me blowing this sage, right? You know what? I'm not taking no for an answer. You're gonna light up better than that. I'm not taking no for an answer. You don't get to tell me what to do. Ooh. Oh, a big ass. I'm just kidding. I have no ass. I got big ass hips. Hey. Okay. Let's try and see if this wick will light up better. Eco-friendly. No big lighters. I charge this bad boy. Cool, right? I think it's cool. So I'm going to hold this upside down to create a bigger flame. Of course. Look at that. That's so much better. It only lasts so long. There we go. When it lights up on its own, that's a sign it's hot. That's good. Ooh, there we go. So I'm cleansing myself, right? It's probably the thing that needs cleansed most. Just being honest. I feel the heat on each chakra. I breathe in the smoke, even if it's just a little bit, because there's a reason it smells the way it does. And if you don't like the way it smells, there's a fucking reason, and you should probably smell more of it. Right? So, now I will use my selenite wand that's broken at the top, because these are so fragile. Selenite is so fragile. Poor thing. Anyway, I use this to connect to higher powers, connect to the divine, set my intention, and open this space as sacred to devoting whatever it is I'm devoting it to. So, I now call upon my spirit guides while opening this sacred space. Please bring with you some guidance, some cleansing energies, and some powerful intention to protect these tarot decks and serve their highest purpose and the best interest of all of the lives they touch, especially my own. Welcome and namaste. Okay, so a little prayer, right? You can say your own prayer with your own thing, call on your own deities, whatever. I call on my spirit guides is usually how I approach them, how I, what I call them, what I name them by, they know. Okay, so let's start with the Zodiac deck. I'll push this Moonology deck a little further. We need to continue to cleanse, but cleanse deeply. Here, let's cleanse all areas. Leave no stone left unturned. It's always good to be thorough. Ooh, see that? It's always good to be thorough when you're doing spiritual anything. follow your intuition, whatever comes to mind, whatever suggestions that are offered up. Maybe they seem light, take them seriously, not in a bad way, but just listen to that intuition when you're doing this kind of stuff. When it's like, split the deck in half. Split the deck in half, right? So this is my method that I don't think a lot of people do, because I follow a tarot group and nobody agreed with this, or not agreed, but nobody does this. So I hold the deck and I open it at a certain spot or a few different spots, and I let the smoke run through the cards and up out the top. I think it's a beautiful way of being able to cleanse the deck as a whole. Some people only cleanse the deck as a whole. Some people cleanse each card. Today I will just focus on the deck as a whole. Maybe another time I'll do each and every card. But for now, sometimes when I'm using sage, I don't, hold the objects above the sage. Like if it's just things that are sitting, I'll go around the items. Whoop, go around the items or blow the sage towards them, Just for a little tip on saging other things different way. Doesn't like to stay lit for me. I'm getting some weird kind of energy and feeling with this book. I feel like it needs some more, so I'll sit here for a little longer. Let me throw an intention out loud, since I'm having these feelings that, it needs extra cleanse. Cleanse this deck of any negative energy it has absorbed. For some weird reason, my stomach is hurting. Okay, so now that I've cleansed this deck, I am going to sing to it my singing bowl. Just kind of resonate it with some good energy. I needed to use some of that for my belly, and I actually feel better, so that's interesting. Okay, so I cleansed it, I resonated it, right? Step 1, step 2. Step 3, I'm going to connect with it. So how I do this is I will lay the book, lay the card deck. Where is... Now that I think about it, I'm going to use my quartz piece. Plus, where is my other selenite? No, it's not in here. So, we'll use this selenite. Interesting. My belly feels so much better. It's still a little achy, but not nearly what it was. Okay, so the selenite is really for connecting and like a white, light, intention, connection, thread, whatever you want to see it as. I'm putting both my palms now. I'm just being mindful, just quietly observing and evaluating how I feel with my hands on this deck. My hands on this deck. Now I'm switching my thinking to being grateful, being appreciative, being thankful of how this deck got to me, where it came from, who helped to make it, how far it's traveled. Sending love and light to all involved that have brought this deck to me. Now I'm going to set my intention, which of course is always divine connection, healing, and love. May these cards bring messages that resonate deeply, that offer perspectives that can change lives for the better, for growth, for progress, for connection to our guides when we feel lost. All of these things and more, I dedicate this deck. Now I'm going to close it up with a sort of prayer of protection from negative, unwanted energies. Please protect this deck and its purpose from any harmful or negative energies. This deck has a purpose to serve the best interest of everyone involved. I ask that it be protected divinely and physically. Namaste. That was good. That was good. So, I would repeat, I will, but I'm gonna end the video soon so you guys don't have to watch the same thing twice. But that is how I cleanse, intend, and protect my decks, especially my new ones, which is always important when you are becoming part of this kind of spiritual world, when you're buying crystals and you're buying tarot decks. Some people say you can't buy your own tarot decks, but that's hocus pocus. If you feel like you shouldn't buy your tarot decks, don't buy your tarot decks. But I'm just saying, I've bought a lot of my tarot decks, and I don't see the difference between a gift. A gift more feels like it didn't belong in a weird way for me. Like, it came from somewhere else to influence my life and will probably be let go in the future. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's just because the deck I have is has got that energy. That I love the deck, but you can just feel like it's going to leave and go to somebody else eventually. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing I just did with the Zodiac deck, with the Moonology deck, but I'm not going to bore you with that stuff. So if you guys want to talk about it, leave some comments. Maybe let me know how you guys, can do your own methods, if you do your own methods, or maybe if you have some questions, go ahead and ask whatever you need to. If you guys want to look into personalized tarot readings with either of these decks, I'm always open. So if you guys need to get a hold of me, I am always here. Look for the links in the description below for any relevant information. But until next time, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Namaste.